In Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, HK-47, once repaired, can teach the player how to effectively kill Jedi, which is honestly handy hunting down the Council in game. This conversation is not only peppered with interesting lore, but boasts many tangibles such as boosting your stats and granting the Assassination Protocol achievement, which surprisingly only 3.9% of players on Steam have unlocked. The conversation can then be initiated with the droid after learning of his previous master and meeting the influence requirements, whereby, approaching him, he will then say,
"Query, is there someone that you need killed, Master?"
"What? No. Just some questions."
Statement. More questions. Wonderful.
"Look, I need to know how you kill Jedi in order to protect myself."
Request. First, Master, I would appreciate it if Jedi need to be killed that you permit me to kill those annoying pseudo-pacifists for you. But if you are determined to do it yourself, then there are many techniques I would suggest.
Thank you. Like what?
Recitation. First, weapon selection is critical. If I see one more idiot attacking a Jedi with a blaster pistol, then I'll kill them myself.
Makes sense. Blaster bolts are too easy to deflect. What weapons would you suggest?
Answer. Select grenades, sonic screamers, cluster rockets, and plasma charges. Mines are also effective, since many Jedi will run to meet you in hand-to-hand combat. Silly Jedi. Addendum. Gas attacks are effective if you can take the Jedi by surprise. Inhalation is less effective than ones that work on skin contact, as some Jedi seem to be able to hold their breath for long periods of time. Cautionary. Still, don't rely on it, since Jedi can fight off the effects. It just distracts them, leaving them open to another avenue of attack.
Makes sense. Any defenses you would suggest?
Recitation. Do not forget to activate any energy shields you possess. Lightsabers, while powerful, have trouble penetrating most military-issue energy shields, provided they are energy shields and not those crude Mandalorian melee shields.
And what about countering force powers?
Answer. Countering their other powers is more difficult. Confession. I do not fully understand their other abilities, but I do know that many of them require that the Jedi know that you are there and can see you. Thus, sniping and using cover are always advantageous.
Oh, HK. Always with the sniping. Is there anything else?
Evaluation. A technique that Revan used frequently was to attack a Jedi indirectly. This method only works if the Jedi is adhering to the self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice.
What do you mean, following the path of pacifism and sacrifices exactly?
Answer. Kill their allies or place them in jeopardy. Many Jedi will leave themselves exposed in order to protect another. That is why there are many less Jedi than there were a decade ago.
That's bleak. You seem to have thought this through.
Cautionary. Oh no, Master. In fact, that is the worst thing you can do. Explanation. Statistically, over-planning the assassination of a Jedi seems to backfire. Extrapolation. There are many theorists who claim Jedi can see the future, and I do not know if that is true, but it seems impulsive acts are more common to succeed than planned incidents.
HK's advice directly bolsters our abilities, and a pop-up says we can use these techniques against enemies and to protect ourselves, giving us a bonus to experience, +1 to constitution, and +1 to reflex saving throws.
Jedi, like sand kivers, seem to sense trouble a few seconds before it happens. They are tricky little pests.
Tell me, were you the only one killing Jedi?
Answer. No, Master. In addition to traps, mines, and orbital bombardment, Revan and the Sith often employed meatbag assassins for some Jedi skilled in the same techniques that I was trained in. Strangely enough, Revan believed that meatbags that did not use or believe in the Force were especially important, since in many respects they were more difficult for Jedi to detect. Revan had many of them trained to hide their minds, as it were. Again, once these techniques were learned, the percentage of living Jedi began to decrease accordingly.
Hide their minds? How?
Answer. Generally, this was done by broadcasting strong emotions while thinking about something else. It was a curious technique, but it seemed to be effective in blinding Jedi. Whether guilt, lust, fear, they act as mental interference, making finding the true intentions of the broadcasting meatbag difficult.
Look, I don't understand how that would work.
Answer. Obviously, a Force-sensitive broadcasting such emotions puts themselves at a risk of not using the Force properly, since to use it seems to require an inner calm that most meatbags do not possess. As much as the Jedi could not use such a technique, the Sith Lords cannot use it for much the same reasons. Such passions as guilt, lust, and fear are really strengths to the Sith code. Statement. The Master felt it was ironic that only people who had experienced such passions could harm Jedi in such a way that to kill Jedi, you had to be a human being. Revan found that quite amusing.
And just how many ways to kill Jedi are there?
Answer. The odds of me being forced to use such techniques against you has decreased, Master. There are some methods I could describe if you wish.
Alright, go on.
Statement. Overwhelming odds is also a good tactic, Master. There are few Jedi that can long hold their ground against 100 attackers all firing at once, or being turned on by their own troops. But the most effective weapon against Jedi seems to be the erosion of the spirit.
What do you mean?
Answer. Revan claimed that psychological warfare against Jedi was important because much of their power comes from their state of mind, their connection to this religion called the Force. Revan said that many Jedi have the capability to form connections to life around them, although few of them realize the extent to which this is possible. Recollection. I believe my master speculated that many Jedi did not fully form such connections because of their discipline, because they never opened their lives to the passions around them. I believe Revan termed it that one would need to be a human being to develop such connections. It is something that the Jedi Code could not teach. One simply knew it instinctively or not. Observation. Master, I am somewhat surprised that I need to explain this to you at all, considering your past with Revan.
Considering our past? What are you talking about?
Answer. Why, he said you had such capability, Master, but it would be your downfall. To tie so much of yourself into others, if they suffer or die, then you would die as well. Observation. I think Revan pitied you, Master. It was very insulting, if I may say so.
He's not insulting me. It just sounds like a force bond.
Clarification. Whatever it is called, Master, it seems to be quite a vulnerability. Revan even admitted as such. When a Jedi or any soldier suffers doubt, it weakens them. With the Jedi, however, it is more pronounced, since they are extreme examples. That is why Revan felt that Malachor 5 was so important. It was intended to be a conversion tool.
That's insane! And you expect me to believe this?
Assessment. When faced with a continuous series of hard-fought battles, I detected a significant statistical increase in Jedi following Revan over the Jedi Code, a compromise in principles brought about by battlefield conditions. The emotional weight of war changed Jedi morale, power, and eventually their allegiance. Conclusion. I believe the Mandalorian Wars were to beat the Mandalorians, and also to allow Revan to build the foundation of his army.
Concluding HK's story, it says HK-47 has given us a greater understanding of the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi, resulting in an experience bonus, a wisdom bonus +1, and 10 force point bonus.
But I am surprised you have not already arrived at this conclusion. Surely the loss of your troops and the Jedi who served under you at Malachor 5 had a detrimental effect upon you and your ties to the Force, and I suspect your desire to be around others ever again.
Although at this point we would have already received the Assassination Protocol achievement, we can follow up with a few short paragraphs which are linked and say, so you're saying Revan intended to break the Jedi on Malachor?
Observation. Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves.
I don't believe you. Revan ordered us to kill Mandalorians at Malachor, not Jedi.
Observation. Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation. I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic.
If you want to witness more spicy revelations from HK-47 regarding the crew from KOTOR 1, plus make sure to like and subscribe for more dark lore.